Hey guys, Jeff here. I want to talk to you about some interesting information I've been digging up. I get asked this question all the time by clients. Which insurance company should I go with? And that's always a tough question for me to answer because there's a lot of insurance companies that basically operate the same. There's an understanding amongst the companies that, there's not really a lot of places for folks to go. And so to buy insurance, for the most part, there aren't a lot of companies that separate themselves customer service wise as far as what you're getting for the money. Although there are a few insurance companies I would definitely just stay away from unless you want some trouble. Oftentimes it's a decision made by people based upon what insurance rate's going to be the best. And that's always a bit of a moving target because if you've heard me talk about it before, the insurance rate you have is dependent upon what coverage you get, and full coverage is a meaningless term. And so the rates are going to be dependent upon your liability coverage, your collision coverage, your personal injury protection, UIM coverage, which ones of those you have and how much you have. But generally, you can basically run the numbers and figure out, well, which insurance company is cheapest for the average person in King County, right? You can figure that stuff out. And so I've looked at the numbers and I figured out, well, which ones are the cheapest? And again, this is just taking everybody regardless of age, driving record, what vehicle they're driving, how many crashes they've been in, all that stuff. We're basically saying, hey, let's just throw them all into a pot and figure out on average which insurance company has the lowest rate. And so without further ado, here's kind of the list. And so, hold on, let me pull this up here. So, at the top of the list, or bottom, depending on how you're looking at that, with the lowest median annual insurance rate for auto coverage is Capital Insurance Group. They're a West Coast focused company, and their median annual rate for someone in the King County area is about $970. So they're the lowest rate. Behind them is USAA at about $1,000 annually. And that's only open to veterans, dependents, active duty military. They are a player in the state of Washington, and those folks get access to it. And so it's about $1,000. And coming in behind them is Geico at about $1,200 annually for the average person in King County. And then you have all the insurance companies behind them, and fourth was Kemper, fifth was Travelers, and then you have big ones like State Farm, Progressive, PEMCO behind them. Farmers, Allstate, those are other big ones. They didn't make the top 10. So the top three right now, as of April, that's the data I took a look at, were Capital Insurance Group, USAA, and Geico for the lowest rate. With that said, always take that information with a grain of salt because you want to make sure you get good coverage, because you could be paying the lowest rate but not getting the best coverage. When shopping for insurance, the cost is a factor. I make sure you're getting the right coverages and working with the company that's going to actually take care of you. We'll talk about some of the insurance companies that aren't as great maybe one day, but there's a few I would definitely recommend most people avoid. Those are the lowest insurance rates. I might look into it in a few months and see if that's changed, but Capital Investment Group, they're on top or on bottom, depending on how you look at it. Talk to you soon.